the remaster is supposedly only a few weeks away. Is this real? I mean, it could possibly be real, but like, but knowing Snake, he's probably a little jokester. It's gonna delay like an extra month for more development. Anyways, onto the main topic. Should there be beans slash jars? Now, this is actually a question I didn't even think of. It was originated by my friend Dizzy Despair, and it's quite a good question because the game is really reliant on these. Like, whenever you fight someone or you see someone, they always have a beaner jar. Like, Red's here, as you know, increases damage, doubles your damage. So usually I only have about 2,900 something, 2,970, but now it's almost 6,000, because I doubled it. And this isn't the only type of beans. You do have blue beans, which give you infinite key. It's quite good for PvP. People do use it, though I remember you're not allowed to spam evasives when you do use it, because it is quite scummy. Then you have yellows, my favorite, especially with imp statters. You just use it, you're invincible for 30 seconds. Pretty awesome. Really makes playing the game with all these exploiters much more manageable. Then we have greens, which the last beans, and they heal and restore key completely. So why would I not want beans in the remaster? Let's look into it before like we start saying yes or no. Why? I'm unsure about it. I really enjoy reds because, well, it makes soloing and group grinds like this very fast and makes leveling up much faster, which is really nice because the game can be kind of long sometimes. And I think jars are an awesome addition because being able to do stuff like this is just so cool, where you can play with friends and all buff each other to make things go faster. I think that's really cool. I've never seen that in a game before on Roblox. Like, it's so funny how little I actually really understand the beans, even if there's so much use, because I've always just done rollies. I guess you could say I'm a rolly connoisseur. But yeah, reds are easily the best for this. It's grinding super fast, and if there is something like this in the remaster, I assume there's gonna be a level cap, so Snake can be like, alright guys, stop no-lifing our game. But if there isn't, I do hope there is to some extent reds that you can like, or a move that will increase damage overall for the whole party, because this is pretty cool. So I do hope some form of res is in the game, but if there isn't, then there's probably going to be a move that's something similar. Anyways, what I do think there's going to be at least greens in the remaster. I don't think there's going to be exactly the same beans. I don't think he's gonna add blues. Probably not. If there was any beans he's not gonna add, it's definitely blues, since they're the ones that are the most replaceable. There's keys in abundance, and forms you can use your generate key. You have greens that regenerate key, and then yellows that give invulnerability for 30 seconds, except for some like beam specific moves. I think he's gonna keep that. I just have a feeling it's also one of the least ones that probably aren't going to be in it, but I do think it's going to be kept. But if it's not, then for sure at least reds or some form of it will be in a remaster, and definitely greens will be because it's in the anime, so I don't see why he would get rid of it. Though I would be curious, like, instead of buying it, how else could we like achieve these overpowered items? Because they're definitely pretty broken. Like doubling your damage, making you invincible, completely healing you, only with a 30-second cooldown. Like, this is really strong. So how could it be balanced where you don't get them in abundance, but you do get them for a mix of content in the game? Or if actually like learn a moveset, or at least engage with it to some level. But it doesn't make any sense to hide it behind the boss. As you beat the boss, you get more, and it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Buy it, perhaps. I'm not quite sure he's going to do the same thing with buying it. I don't think we're going to have to buy it. Considering there's going to be Dragon Balls in the remaster, I assume we're going to have to wish for it, which is much more balanced, as these are quite broken. But it'll be like in probably hundreds. Definitely not anything else. As imagine collecting Dragon Balls just to get 10 beans. It'd be kind of funny. I assume Dragon Balls only spawn on public servers, so you have to really like make your wishes worthwhile. And why would somebody wish for that when they could wish for something like a hybrid slot, which if he's still doing would be cool. Since that was, I remember Ultra Hand's video on that, they were really cool. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the beans. I do not think they're going to be changed all that much. There definitely will still be reds or blue, not blues, sorry. Greens. Maybe, I don't think blues are going to be in the remaster, nor yellows, but if they are, then I'm glad I'm wrong. Something I also want to talk about is forms and pathing. It's different from Dragon Generations in this regard, because in that game, there's pathing. I haven't played the new update, but like you pick a path and you get the forms in that. And it was similar, but there's prestiges, and you could buy forms, but whichever form was the highest level, it would take priority. So let's say you were a Prestige 1 Sand. You bought Blue and Blue Kaioken, but you also bought Rose. So normally you would use Blue Kaioken, right? Because it's a higher level than Rose. But the thing is Rose is further down than Super Saiyan Blue. And when you got Rose, it would get rid of Blue. So it would... you would just do you couldn't go it. Rose would take priority. So you see someone with Rose, and that's because they wanted it. And then you see someone with Blue Kaioken, that's because they chose it over Rose. And same thing with humans. Like if you wanted as a Prestige 1 Kaioken Kingdom's 100, you would not have to get God Human because God Human is 50 levels higher requirement than Kaioken Kingdom's 100. So do you want more stats of Kaioken Kingdom's 100 but get the health drain, or do you want the lesser stats of God Human but no health drain? So that was quite interesting to see. Although it was a nuisance if you wanted to go Super Saiyan 4 Furry form or Royal Blue and you only had one, you couldn't go the other. Unless you had Royal Blue and you could just go farm out Super Saiyan 4, but then you couldn't go Royal Blue anymore. It was really interesting to see how people would choose their characters and which they wanted, because it showed each person what build they liked, what forms they preferred, and it's quite interesting. Though I assume it's going to be form toggling in Remaster, and that's a good thing, but it is quite interesting to talk about. Something that I do not want in the Remaster is a battle pass. I swear I will key blast Snake's like in-game character with 1,000 reds if he adds a battle pass. Dude, Yamcha will get it, and you might be thinking, well, what the fuck did Yamcha do? Here's the thing, Yamcha is like Snake's avatar, so it's like a personal attack. Also, apparently something I learned yesterday from Dizzy again was that when you will kind of keep your slots. So let's say you have a level 1000. Well, if you want to get that slot back, you have to get to 1000 again. Which, considering that the first one's just going to be Earth, it doesn't sound very likely unless he massively inflates the levels, which he's not going to do. Like, there's not much of a reason he's going to do it. Then, man, must suck to be me. I'm level 2000. I'm never getting that slot back. Oh well. You know what would be really, really funny is if in the remaster, NPCs can use like beams. Like, dude, imagine you find this Yeti right here. He's like, dude. Ooh, this guy, he's so strong. He pops a red, proceeds to like destroy your entire health bar. That'd be really funny. I'm not gonna happen, but that'd be kind of hilarious. They just like start popping reds. Bro, Broly is getting destroyed by a group grind. Nah, he just starts using greens, pops a red, also pops a yellow because like fuck it, why not? I mean, it would be kind of funny though. That's truly what we all want. NPCs that can use beans and jars. Now that would be spectacular. Or think about like this, like jars, they also increase your damage, but they also increase the NPCs damage, huh? So there's also a downside to it. Yeah, your group gets stronger, but so does the NPC. Man, you know, that sounds kind of interesting. I don't know about you, but dude, Broly, you have like 40,000 key damage. He has 40k key damage. He just wipes the whole party with one key blast. That'd be kind of hilarious. Cannot wait for it. The Yeti with the reds. I do have pretty high hopes for the remaster. I mean, Snake's a good coder, so there's no way he doesn't make it good. It's gonna take ages. I'd rather prefer a good product than something that's rushed and bad. And oh man, behold the memes, because there's definitely a lot of memes in this game. You got Friaza, Universal Champion. You got some text like the Yard Rats. They won't stop lifting, stop their gains, and the grinders in the future. They keep grinding. What's wrong with them? Yeah, funny stuff. I forgot what was in the game. That's it. I'm excited to play the remaster, and yeah, guess I'll see you in the next one.